Hi, I'm Lisa from Astra Bridal. I'm just going to discuss with you today the different gown cuts and what body types they will suit. Obviously it's going to be very general and nothing beats coming in and actually trying the gowns on for your individual body shape. On your wedding day, it's really important to be very relaxed and comfortable in your gown, knowing that it's the right cut and the most flattering shape on you. Our model here, Crystalline, is an hourglass, and which that means she essentially is same measurement around the bust as she is around the hip line, with a defined waistline, and a true hourglass is quite shapely. Crystalline here is going to just put on a variety of gowns just to show you that although obviously she's going to look lovely in a wedding gown, we're going to show you how very small differences can make or can transform her from wearing something that she feels not quite herself in to something that you can see she loves, and the cut and silhouette just brings that out in her. This particular cut of gown is a sheath style gown, so it's a straight cut, but it has a lovely wide portrait neckline. On Crystalline, it is accentuating the width of her shoulders. So while she is naturally broader across the shoulders, she doesn't actually need to emphasize this area. If her hips were wider, then emphasizing this area to bring it out to the same width as a hip line, it would be really, really highlighting her hourglass shape. But because she doesn't have, her hip line is not as wide, it's as wide as her bust line, not her shoulder width, what we're doing is we're emphasizing her top half and kind of forgetting about the bottom half. Because Crystalline's hourglass, she doesn't need to forget about the bottom half, because that's naturally not one of her proportionately bigger areas. So while this looks quite stunning anyway, we can improve on that. Next we have an A-line gown. So this is strapless with a soft sweetheart and a full A-line skirt. So what it is most probably recognising on the wearer is the waistline, but it isn't highlighting either the bust line or the hip line. So we're not getting a lot of definition. So the gown is looking relatively straight through on Crystalline. Here is quite an obvious one, where you would have no clue that Crystalline has an hourglass shape. We've created the square on top with a much larger rectangle below. So she has lost the huge advantage of being an hourglass shape by disguising it all in a very full, soft skirt. In this gown, we really see Crystalline as she is. So it's all about her shape, and there's nothing misleading about the gown. Simple pop forward of the knee, a little hip twist, and she will really get form and shape happening with her photos. So the gown does not look plain while she's in it. With this cut of gown, it's what I would class as ultra feminine, because it's all about the shape of the body and then the drama occurs. So it's her own natural shape, and because that's simple and unfussy, having the dramatic pop with the different fabrics and different texture through the bottom of the gown really gives it a added dramatic excitement to the silhouette. So we have another model today, and this is Molly. Molly has a classic pear shape, which means that she has really beautiful upper body, gorgeous décolletage, generally quite slim fitting up the top and into the waistline, usually quite a pronounced, very small waist, and then generally a little bit larger in the in the backside. And pear shape is probably the most common shape for body shapes. So it's sort of what most garments are tailored to. So with this gown here, it's probably a gown that while on trend and style-wise is suited for the current look, this particular cut is not the best on Molly. What it doesn't do is emphasise her petite top half because it creates no definition, and because it is fitted all the way through, we do see the exact proportions between the smaller top half and the slightly bigger bottom half. So now we've got Molly into a stunning ball gown cut. We've got a lovely accentuated sweetheart neckline, and for this particular style it's slightly more of a designer look where it's opened right out, so it broadens her shoulder width. The line, the natural line, opens the eye out that way, so it broadens the shoulder. For having a small upper body, that's a good thing to do, because what it does is opens the eye out there, but it brings it straight in to the centre here, where she has the most amazing tiny waist. This gown, having the lovely full linear look of the skirt, it has moved away from that very fitted, very obvious size of Molly's lower portions. So just to finish off with, I think it's pretty obvious as to how this gown is superior on Molly than the other cuts of gowns that we initially tried, and that is largely because it accentuates her really fabulous features and a very tiny waistline, and the area that she's conscious of, well, it's not even an issue. As you can see from when we first put the first gown on Chrislyn, the gowns look lovely because we have lovely gowns. They look lovely until you find the exact right one, and so you can go along thinking that every gown looks beautiful until you do see the one that works with your personality, your body type, your colouring, your fabrics, everything working in unison to create the overall style and look that you want for the day and that suits your personality. A big reason why coming to see the experts, where we can advise you with our many years of experience on gown cuts and fabric types, will really make your decision-making process a whole lot easier, and you can be 100% sure that you've chosen the right gown with the right people.